What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to show you guys how to change your oil on your 2013 Subaru WRX. And if you have a 14 or a 10 or a 12, whatever, it's going to be the same concept. And even if you have another car, say like a Honda Civic or something, it's still going to be the same concept. All it is just changing oil. So I hope this helps. Throw it down in the comments if you liked it, and hit that like button. Okay, so first things first, let me show you guys what you're going to need. All this stuff is from Subaru itself. You don't need to get Subaru specific oil, but I just do it because I'm in warranty, you know, just so they can't say anything. But you're gonna need about 4.6 quarts. So I have a gallon and then 1 quart. 5W30 is what Subaru calls for. You're gonna need a 17 millimeter for the drain bolt, a 12 millimeter to take off the like the undercarriage, like the mud shield or whatever you want to call it. You're going to need an oil filter, obviously. I suggest using the Subaru oil filter if you don't use the oil, because normally the factory oil filters are always going to be the best. You're going to need a oil filter tool to get it off. You're going to need a crush washer, which you can also get from Subaru dealership. And then, you know, obviously your wrench, ratchet, whatever you're going to use to get it off. And you guys do not need a lift to do this. You guys can do it with jack stands or jacks, whatever you want to do. But luckily I have a lift, so it just makes stuff a lot easier. Also, guys, I forgot to say, you're going to need a flathead screwdriver or something that's flat at the end, and then obviously a bucket to catch your oil. So the first step, once you get the car up, is you're going to need to remove that bolt, that bolt, that bolt, and then there are these two little things. These things slide off, slide off. You got to turn those. And then up in here, this is why you need the screwdriver. You see that right there? The two little push pins, you're gonna have to pop those off. So this is kind of hard to film, but I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can do this on camera. So you just kind of put that down there, pop them up like that, and they should pull right out. I just got sand all over. Then there's one on this side. You do the same thing. Like that, and then just pull it straight out. There you go. That's pretty much all you need the screwdriver for. So now we're gonna go ahead and take out these bolts. So I'm gonna set you guys down here while I do that. Hopefully you guys can see.
One in the back right here, in the back in the middle. Same thing.
Alright, so you got your 3 bolts. And then what you're going to want to do after that is get these clips right here. Pop them down. Pop them down. And then you're going to want to turn those two things and it'll fall right down. So let me do that. It's easier if you have somebody to help you, but you don't need any help to do it. Just like that. And it falls right down. Alright guys, the next step is to take off the drain bolt. Make sure you have a bucket, obviously, to catch all the oil. And also you want to have your engine warmed up, so run it for, I don't know, 10 minutes or so before you do this. That way the oil's nice and warm. and gloves help a lot. I always lower it a little bit, that way no oil drips out. Just let the oil drain. It'll probably take about 10 minutes, 15 minutes to get it all out. And then we'll move on to the next step. Alright, now once y'all finish draining it, take off the old thing right here. Get the new one. You'll see where there's a little like a little lip on it. The flat part goes down. You just stick it up in there. Alright. And you can see whenever the crush washer crushes, you don't want to do it too tight. So about like right there. Okay. And then once you do that, you get your oil filter thing, and this is the part that's messy, so have your bucket ready. And what you want to do is just loosen that. Like that. And get your bucket ready. I just let it drip out a little bit first before I take it all the way off. That way the oil gets out of there. Alright, so now once it stops dripping, you can go ahead and unscrew it all the way. There's going to be a lot of oil in the filter, so watch out and try not to like tip it over.
Because it will go everywhere.
Okay. So that's going to drip for a few minutes, so just let that finish, and then yeah. Alright guys, so once that's drained out, you're going to want to get your oil filter, Subaru oil filter if you got one. I recommend these. And then you want to just pour a little bit of oil in there. You don't have to pour a lot, just make sure there's some oil in there. Dip your finger in there and make sure you oil the O-ring. Never put in an oil filter without first putting some oil around the O-ring. Go ahead and take your oil filter, set it up there, hopefully you guys can see. Spin, spin, spin. Spin. Okay, once it contacted the gasket, remember 7/8 of a turn. So that's almost one full turn. The good thing about these cars is it pretty much just stops whenever you get to that much. So let's see. Okay, so it basically stopped right there. So that's all you need to do is just tighten it until it stops, 7/8 of a turn, and then you are good to go. So you've got your new oil filter on there, you've got your drain plug on there, and next step is putting in some oil. Alright guys, it's like pouring down rain outside, so I'm doing my best so you guys can hear me. But what you want to do is just take off your oil fill cap, and then you just want to dump in this whole gallon of oil.
It takes about 4.6 quarts with the oil filter change. So this is 4 quarts right here. You guys can see, pour in the oil. Alright.
Okay, you want to let that sit and just kind of, let all the oil drain to the pan for a good 5-10 minutes. And then Subaru actually calls to check the oil whenever the engine is cold. So we're going to give it a couple minutes and then we will check the oil and I'll get back to you. Alright, so once you've waited 5-10 minutes, you want to check the oil. So go ahead and Take this out, clean it off, make sure there's nothing on it, stick it back in there, and then pull it back out. And I don't think you guys are going to be able to see it. I am good to go. So now we got to put everything back together. Actually guys, I forgot a step. Before you put everything back together, you're going to want to crank up the car just to make sure that there's no leaks. Let it run until it warms up, and then check to make sure, you know, nothing like your oil filter or your drain bolt isn't leaking. And then you can go ahead and put everything back together. Okay. Alright, so oil pressure light went off, and I'm just going to let it warm up and check everything. And whenever I figure out nothing's leaking, which it shouldn't be, then we can go ahead and start putting everything back together. Alright, so as you guys can see, nothing's leaking. Everything's tight and good to go. So we're going to go ahead and put the bottom cover back on. So I'm going to set you guys up. Alright guys, well this is the end of this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed my first tutorial video. Like I said, sorry it's raining. It might be kind of hard to hear me, but hopefully not. Well anyways guys, hope this helped. Throw down in the comments below if you guys have any more suggestions or topics for me to make a tutorial video on. So yeah, hit that like button if I helped you guys out, and hit that red subscribe button. It really helps me. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Stay positive. Peace.